Welcome to Feedback Frenzy, day number 1. I would just push that chest out a little bit. You know, the model's not always going to have everything spelled out for us, right? But that's okay. That's not a bad thing. Another cool thing to do would be to drop that shoulder a little bit, because right now your shoulders are a little bit like this. You know, I think the hips, the way you have it drawn, are kind of even, and that's okay. Sometimes the weight is even, man, you know. But I would drop that shoulder, if I recall, if this is our last pose. What is our last pose that we did in class? Is that she has this big arching thing here with the shoulder. So that was it, really. I would just do that. So my biggest thing here is angles. Beware of just even. That evenness, even with the head, the eye line. It's kind of hard to tell, again, with my screen grab here. But you know, if the head angle's even too, change it, you know, like, or even rock their head back in space a little bit more. Like, think of the head as a ball and turn it up, turn the nose up, you know, or something like that. Watch those angles, give it some difference, you know. Who is my next victim? Cool, man. Nice subtle things. When all the angles are a little too even, I think it's maybe a missed opportunity. I like the dip that you have, but I might cheat it a little bit with that hip up. Again, opposites help you a lot, you know. It's like, you know, we're not copying life. We're trying to create a story in a moment, and you have to push that in drawing sometimes. So, looks like she's holding a weapon. Yeah, I would say the biggest thing, and I think the hips thing you got pretty nice there. I might rock it just a little bit higher just to push that idea, just a little bit. But my biggest thought is the silhouette of this hand, and I love your head and face you did. It's so cute, very appealing. Really simple too. I love that. In gesture drawings, when you get like a simple statement, you know, feel free to clear the body, you know. So I'm looking at this area right here, boink, right? So the negative space that's created, and it's a graphic-y thought, right? It's not anatomy, but it's like this space. It's almost like a little stage all of a sudden. You know, this animator, this French guy, and I've seen other animators do it, but this really amazing guy, Jean-Claude Tran, he would sometimes, just to make his wonderful spaces clear, would darken up this area, you know, like that. Not that you should do that with gestures, I guess, but it's just a way of seeing, you know, and I think that'll help the silhouette. So that's all. Just reverse that, or not reverse, but bend that wrist down, you know. It's just like, it's that, a little bit of that bend that helps that body language there, if that makes sense. And when you think about these things, kind of points to the head a little bit, because you have this nice little stretch in the neck going up, but dropping those hands down, it's almost like it gives it like this nice little arrow in a way. And all of that happened, in my mind anyway, because I was thinking of the attitude of that feminine gesture, of that, like, okay, I'm gonna put my camera on just to see what happens. Okay, so you can see me, and I'll turn the camera off, but the wrist idea, it's kind of like, you know, like it's this feminine thing, but just, you know, really sometimes push that, you know, that idea. Okay, so, and then all of a sudden you've created this nice little area. So anyway, just a thought. Think of that form underneath, and the dress, you know, the dress will catch up. It'll drape off of that form there. Okay, one of the shapes, and you've probably seen this before, I learned this from Glenn Villepeu, is that bean shape. You can help relate your rib cage and your hip cavity. This is the hips, right? Together, with like that bean, and it's a very flexible. That flexy little bean. Anyway, that bean is a great tool to control that. Push the lean, you know. And I know it was a hard angle. I get it, you know, but I would push. You know, I could tell you have experience and you draw a lot, and I would just encourage you to change what's not there, just to do it. You know, so you could draw what's there. The Stansfield quote we have in the breaking of the barrier is up to you, right? So it's like, yeah, change an angle, rotate the whole thing. I just want to see this idea of her lean forward, even though she's 3/4. You know, just kind of like taking her head a little further past maybe where you have it, because you have a, you know, this straight down, pushing it a little past that foot. Yeah, I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend.